Hello, welcome back boys and girls to the fifth and final episode in my continuing series, Living in America, Is Homeownership Just a Dream? Well, so far we've covered, I've got the upfront costs, I can afford the monthly nut, I've got enough in savings, and my credit can get it. Now, once that's done, you need to decide what type of loan you're going to get. First and foremost, let me say this. Get a fixed rate mortgage loan. Get a 15-year or 30-year fixed mortgage loan. You don't want to go screwing around with these variable rate mortgage loan pieces of garbage, and people who are trying to push that on you are pieces of garbage themselves because they don't care what happens to you if this thing spirals out of control and you can't afford that payment anymore. Stay away from variable if you got two brain cells to rub together, and stick to the fixed rate. Now, let's talk about the different types of fixed rate mortgage loans you want to get. First, let's consider FHA. 3.5% down, you'll need a credit score of 580 and above. 500 to 579 credit score, you got to come up with 10%. FHA loans, this is a newsflash that some people may not be aware of, will require permanent private mortgage insurance. Back in the day, before 2013, you could drop PMI once you got 20% equity. That is no longer the case. FHA loans have permanent PMI attached to them. So keep that in mind. Next, we're going to move on to the VA loan. The VA loan is great for veterans or current service members, and that will require zero down. So it's a great way to get in. Zero down, you still got to come up with your closing costs and all of that stuff, but zero down. Just remember, the less you put down, the higher your mortgage payment. Now let's move on to the third one, USDA loans. These are little known loans, but they were created by the government to encourage people to move into specific areas that they want to increase home ownership in, like underdeveloped rural urban areas or rural areas. So if you're okay living in the boonies or moving into the quote-unquote bad neighborhood, then this would be good for you because that's also zero down. Now, finally, I want to talk to you about conventional loans. Conventional loans will require a credit score of 620 and above, and you will need to come up with 20% of the cost of the home in order to avoid PMI. The good thing about it is, with that same conventional loan, once you reach 20% equity, you can request that the bank drop the PMI. They'll do a appraisal, which you'll have to pay for, and then once that's done, if it falls into you now got 20% equity, they will most likely approve dropping the PMI. It's no guarantee though. So those are the things that you need to consider as far as which type of loan is right for you. Discuss these with your mortgage lender in detail. Understand the terms, understand the advantages, the disadvantages, the risks involved, all of the strings that are attached. Educate yourself on this stuff. So that wraps up our series this week. Is home ownership just a dream? Well, you can answer that a little better right now for you. Now, if you found that, well, I looked at all of these things and I just don't see a way through, well, I'm going to talk to you about how you can actually make the American dream happen for you, how you can actually get that home. It's a matter of doing certain things, moving in certain ways, and putting certain things in place. So I'm going to get into that next week with you, and I look forward to seeing you there next time. In the meantime, thanks for joining me for this special series. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon next week. Bye now.